out California.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Cindy Laverty Show. Yeah, I almost lost you there for a second. I was busy talking to Joyce on the break. If you're just joining me, my guest today is Joyce O'Brien, and we're talking about her incredible story and her book, Choose to Live. If you're interested in reading stories that inspire about fascinating people, just normal people with huge life-changing stories, I cannot encourage you enough to read this book, Choose to Live by Joyce O'Brien. Joyce, thanks for being with me. How do people get this book? It's available everywhere, right?
Yes, there's a link on my site, joyceobrien.com. There's also, it's also available on Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble, all the main online booksellers, as well as in bookstores. I've even seen it in, some libraries and things like that.
Oh, great. That's
pretty much
great.
Everywhere.
Well, I can tell you, it was life-changing for me. I mean, it was really life-changing for me. It just makes you open your eyes and realize how we have to live each moment, each minute like it really matters. Okay, during this process, one of the things that really stood out for me was this incredible support team, group of people who you had. But so I want to talk about that, but also how we have to ask for this support.
Yes, that was a real challenge for me.
Yeah, you and I are a lot alike that way.
Yeah, and so many women are.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that really gets us through these things is the ability to be able to say, I can't do it all.
Right.
It's really when you have a team in place, and I considered my family, my friends, my team, that helped us through this. When you can actually ask, a coach doesn't just say, okay, everybody just show up. I mean, there's a process to getting people enrolled,
right?
To be part of a team and then to make that a successful team. And we were just so incredibly blessed to have many people in our lives who we cared for deeply and who cared for us and just wanted us to be okay. And I really do not know how we could have made it through this without all of that support.
Well, the truth is that you probably couldn't have. And, that's the thing that I think all caregivers, accidental caregivers, professional caregivers, we have to reach out and enlist people to come to our aid when we need them and not be afraid of looking, like you can't do it, because you can't.
Yeah. And the other thing that I found is that people will say, well, let me know if there's anything that I can do. And another thing that I found that was so empowering and so helpful and supportive was when somebody would say, well, can I do this? And whatever your gift is, your own blessing is something that you can give to someone else. So you can say, can I take you to your next appointment? Or can I make a meal for you? Or can I take the children out for the day? Instead of saying, I'm here for you, let me know if you need anything.
Right.
Which is beautiful and wonderful. And if you can be specific and say, this is something that I can help with, please just let me know when I can do it.
Right.
And then being open to accepting the help.
Yeah, that's a biggie. That was a biggie for you. That's a biggie for me too. Being open to accepting the help and being okay with being vulnerable. What I love the title of your book, because we do choose how we live for sure. And you chose how you were going to live in spite of all of the obstacles that you had to overcome. I mean, it was like every day was like climbing Mount Everest, but your spirituality played a huge part in your journey through this nightmare. And on page 132 of your book, you say that you just put your arms up and you just asked for help. I want to talk about that.
It's very similar to asking for help in the physical form. At a certain point in time, I just knew I couldn't do it on my own. I knew it was beyond me. I'm going to get a little choked up here.
That's okay. That's okay.
because I just also didn't know how much more I could handle.
Right.
How much more could I sustain and keep up a positive attitude? And when I asked for help, it's finally bringing a bit of a relief and a peace, because then you realize you're not alone. And if you can actually ask for help, it's incredibly empowering, because you can feel like, wow, I don't have to do this all on my own.
Right.
And there is someone either physically or, spiritually.
Yeah, whatever that spirit part is for you. I mean, it doesn't have to be a religious thing.
Who's just waiting for you
to ask
for help.
Yeah, we always have to ask for what we need, regardless of whether it's from a friend or whether it's from the universe. Stay with me. You're listening to the Cindy Laverty Show. I'll be right back with Joyce O'Brien.